script on that intro there. Yeah. Welcome to the Rockwall County Mayoral Forum and Educational Town Hall. Again, my name is Kendra Culpepper, and I am extremely honored to have been asked to moderate this forum. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about the ground rules. Now, myself, a number of young Republicans from the Executive Committee and the mayoral candidates, and remember this is the mayoral debate, met on Tuesday night to discuss the ground rules, and those ground rules were laid out in detail for all three of those candidates. They also drew straws. All three candidates drew straws to determine the speaking order, and that order changes depending on what stage of the forum that we're in. Each of the candidates will have 3 minutes to introduce himself and his platform. We'll do that first. Then each candidate had an opportunity sometime this week to choose one question to be asked to the entire panel. The candidates were all told in advance of the first 3 questions that they will be asked tonight. The 4th question has been chosen by the Rockwall County Young Republicans and has been kept secret from the candidates until y'all will be the first to hear about it as well. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to respond to each question. They will also have the benefit of 2 and only 2 30-second rebuttals to use at their discretion. Afterwards, the candidates will be given an opportunity to make a 4-minute closing statement. So let's go ahead and get started with the opening statements. Gentlemen, you have 3 minutes apiece. The order will be David Sweet, followed by Glenn Ferris, followed by Sam Buffington. Mr. Sweet.
I wanted to thank a couple of people. First of all, Kendra, thank you for your willingness to be involved in the moderating this debate. I ask you to remember that you're a moderator tonight, not the district attorney. We're candidates, not folks that you need to be thrown in jail. So take it easy on us. Second,
You've got 3 minutes.
Yeah. Second group I want to thank is the Rockwall County Young Republicans for hosting this forum. I've been involved with that organization since its inception, having served originally as a political actions director. I served as the second vice president and served as the president. The second president replacing Kendall when she went on to serve as the chair of the Texas Young Republican Federation. I also served on the state level as the chaplain on Kendall's leadership team. So thank you for what you do, Rockwall County Young Republicans, and we're looking forward to this debate tonight. You know, as I look around the room, I see quite a few folks that I'm familiar with, and I think that you folks are quite familiar with me. But there are some folks that I look out to tonight that might not know everything about us. So I want to thank you for your willingness to attend, and then I want to take a couple of minutes right quick to tell you who I am and a little bit more about me. You know, my wife Kim and I have lived in Rockwall for a little bit over 10 years. I've got 2 little boys, Austin, my 8-year-old 3rd grader at Rochelle. And then I've got my 4-year-old Brody, who's up there waiting right now at the crew. And I can tell you, Brody's going to start kindergarten next year at Rochelle. So I'm going to ask you to do me a favor and please be praying for the kindergarten teachers at Rochelle. They have no idea what's ahead of them. So I also want to recognize another couple of family members for me. My sister Tammy and my brother-in-law Tim. I want to thank you for what you mean to me. You mean a lot to me. I love you very much. And you've always been there for me. So thank you. You know, Kim and I are both very active members of First Baptist Church of Rockwall, where I serve as a Sunday school director for the Young and Medium Adult Division. I also co-teach a Sunday school class with Mr. Christine Byer out here tonight. Thank you, Chris. I'm also a member of the Noon Rotary, where I just completed my term as the vice chairman of the Rotary Foundation. I'm also, I mentioned my involvement here as far as the Rockwall County Young Republicans. I'm a former secretary, vice president, president of the Rockwall County Republican Men's Club organization. I'm a former member of the Rockwall Boys and Girls Club, a member of the Friends of Downtown, an RISD Facility Subcommittee volunteer, a member of the Rochelle PTA. One of the neatest and fun things that I get to do is I also am part of the broadcast team, responsible for broadcasting the Rockwall Yellow Jackets sporting events on the radio and online. I've also served on the other side as a public announcer for the Heath basketball games, and I've also served with the Rockwall YMCA as a volunteer, and of course announced some of their games also. I've served 2 terms on the Rockwall City Council. In 2010, I was honored to serve as the Mayor Pro Tem. My subcommittee assignments have been the Hotel Motel Subcommittee, the entire length of both of my terms, the Budget Finance Subcommittee, Audit Subcommittee, as well as the C3 Subcommittee, whose entire purpose is to improve customer service with you, the citizens, and potential business clients down at City Hall. I've also served as the liaison of the Economic Development Corporation the last 2 years. And I'll tell you real quick, I see time is up, but what I intend to get across today in this debate is my philosophy, my experience, and some of the accomplishments that I've had at City Hall, and then of course some of the reasons why I feel that I'll be the best candidate, and obviously the best candidate for the mayor for the city of Rockwall. Thank you.
I want to thank the Young Republicans for sponsoring this debate, and I thank you all for attending. It has been my privilege to serve the citizens of Rockwall for the past 4 years as a council member and as the current mayor pro tem. Today, Rockwall is in great shape. Our annual audit was just completed, and it shows during these trying economic times, Rockwall continues to meet and exceed all expectations. Sales tax revenue, which represents 43% of the general fund, is up 6% over projections. We have a 5-month reserve, which exceeds the recommended reserve of 3.5 months. Statistics show that our city is faring well. It is important to continue this trend into the future. There are 3 major components to being a mayor. The first component is how you stand on the issues and how you vote. When I vote, it is my philosophy to do what is right for all of the citizens of the city of Rockwall and consider how my vote will impact the city now as well as in the future. I believe that I have always voted with the best interests of the citizens in mind and will continue to do so. I always welcome and consider all input. I encourage anyone and everyone to contact every council member and the mayor to express your opinion. It is your right to express your opinion, and I will uphold your right to do so. The second component is how the mayor represents Rockwall and its citizens. The mayor is the official spokesperson for the city of Rockwall. It is crucial that the mayor is present and available at all times to represent the city. I purposely moved my business to downtown Rockwall, so I am, can be, and will be accessible to the people of Rockwall at all times. The mayor must also seek out opportunities to work with organizations like the Rockwall Area Chamber of Commerce and the Rockwall Economic Development Corporation to nurture existing businesses and to bring new businesses to Rockwall. As an 11-year member and past chairman of the board of the Chamber of Commerce, I have relationships with virtually all of the 850 members of the organization. I have a unique perspective of the Rockwall business arena. As an established business background is crucial in understanding the needs of the businesses and to be an advocate for them. Owning and operating 3 businesses since 1975 makes me uniquely qualified in this area. I have 2 worthy opponents. Both have council experience, and I applaud them for their service. However, the third component is experience. Rockwall citizens deserve to have a qualified, experienced community leader. I have prepared myself to lead this community since I moved to Rockwall in 1999, and I have trained myself and have fostered relationships to do so. In tonight's debate, I believe you will discover that I am the candidate with the most leadership and business experience and that I'm uniquely qualified to lead Rockwall forward.
First of all, I'd just like to say that it's a blessing to be back among our people. I've enjoyed being a voice, as our 2 colleagues have said, and it's give us a lot to think of and bring a lot back to our members. First of all, I'd like to thank the Young Republican Committee for inviting us tonight to be here at the debate. My name is Sam Buffington. That's Sam Buffington. I am seeking the office of mayor for the city of Rockwall. Later on, I'll tell you some of my expertise. I was elected city councilman from 1995 to 2001. And believe it or not, I was very proud to be elected to this city. I was the first African American to be considered anything here in Rockwall. I have a wife, Eunice, and 4 children, which were all raised up here in the city. I'm a member of St. Paul Anglican Church, where Reverend Joe Robbins is my pastor, and I'm a steward there. I went to school and I graduated from Lawrence Avenue High School. I was born here several years ago. Some people say several years ago could run into a long time. Well, I don't consider the time that I've been here very long. But I woke up here in Rockwall. But I graduated from Boys Acres High School in 1960. I didn't go to college, but I went to a trade school. I went there and learned heating and air conditioning. Later on, I went to the School of Watchability Sales. I owned and operated 2 businesses here in Rockwall. And believe it or not, I cherish this place. There's several things that caused me to seek the city council office. I stopped to realize as I grew up that there's always a need to have someone to speak for the ones that didn't have a voice. I'll tell you some of the things that we undertake. I was proud to instrument the Juneteenth celebration here in Rockwall for all Rockwall. I worked with Dr. Barbara Montgomery and Mrs. Mary Hammerhand to create and to preserve a historical cemetery. It is one of the most ancient cemeteries in this North Texas area. It is owned by the Children family and the Young family. I know you know about the children. I got more to say, but I see my lady standing up. I want to say. I didn't want to come today and preach, but I got a lot to say, but I'm going to reserve that for when I get out on the street and meet our people. Thank y'all.